Cane Corsos are fierce, loving, and majestic. So why do sometimes they become aggressive all of a sudden? We're here to answer that for you today, but first do us a solid. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and ring the ding-a-ling so you don't miss any of the newest videos on Cane Corsos, which will help you become a better dog leader to get this perfect canine companionship I have with Bruce Wayne and Joey Justice. I have Bruce Wayne here with me today. He's a 155-pound intact male Cane Corso. He is 7 years old. He's still as powerful as ever. He may not be as fast as he used to be, but he is still extremely protective and powerful and very loving. He is so well-mannered. We're blessed to have him in our lives. So let's break down the Cane Corso temperament really quick. A well-bred Cane Corso, not coming from a backyard breeder, is loving, loyal, protective, and pretty calm and stable. They should be protective over their property, territorial if you want to call it, and very protective of their owners, but not aggressive. Protective and aggressive is two different things. And if you want me to do a video on how a Cane Corso is territorial and what that really means and what they should be when it comes to territorialism, leave a comment down below saying territorial video. And if there's enough people that want that video, I'll make sure to put one together for y'all. Over time, you're gonna see your Cane Corso grow from puppyhood into maturity, and their personalities are going to completely change. They're going to want to go from wanting to meet every single person they see to not really trusting strangers as much and not caring about strangers as much, because in general, they are a guardian breed. They're meant and bred to guard their property and their people. And sometimes as our Cane Corsos mature, they suddenly become aggressive. And I have suddenly in quotes because it's typically not suddenly. There's usually these warning signs, these little things that people just don't pick up on over time. And those things escalate until all of a sudden your Cane Corso lashes out at you, lashes out at a family member or a stranger. And this is usually due to improper handling and just raising your Cane Corso improperly. What, bro? You want to love me? What, you just want to love me now? Give me a hug? Okay. Okay, we can take a little break here while I get some Bruce Wayne love. I love you too. Okay. And I always like to remind people that you're always training your dog when you're around them. You're either training them to behave in a manner you want them to behave in, or inadvertently training them in a manner that you don't want them to behave in. Every interaction with your dog and every interaction that you are partaking in around your dog, you're training your dog. They're picking up on what you're doing. They're taking cues from you and learning from you. Some of these signs that you may not be picking up on are you go to your dog's food bowl and it gives a slight growl. You give your dog a command and it's not following through on the command. They may have a somewhat slight attitude change towards their people that typically was never there before. There can be many reasons why a Cane Corso suddenly becomes aggressive, but here are the 5 main big things that can cause your Cane Corso to go from well-mannered and tempered to suddenly aggressive. Number 1, absolute lack of leadership. Everyone in the household has to be a leader to the Cane Corso. The man, the woman, and the children. And the Cane Corso has to understand the pack hierarchy, and it should always be at the bottom of the pack. Your Cane Corso should listen to every single person in the house, and every single person in the house should be doing obedience work with the Cane Corso. In this household, the dogs see it as me, Kara, Bruce, then Justice. And we are extremely diligent in keeping that pack hierarchy. Bruce walks out the door before Justice. Bruce walks in the door before Justice. Both dogs can eat at the same time, but Bruce gets handed his plate first. In the morning, Bruce doesn't really get off the couch to greet me. He's a little bit older. Justice runs up to me. I ignore Justice and walk over to Bruce and I pet Bruce first because he is above Justice, and then I pet Justice. Obedience work should be done by everybody in the house. And when you do obedience work, it helps your dog understand that you're their leader. And if you need help with obedience work or building your leadership skills, I'm going to link a course in the description below. Through that link, you're going to want to pick the Perfect Canine Companion. It's an online course that will take you step by step, training you how to train your dog. It's going to show you all of the obedience work you need to do, commands, and it's going to completely change your relationship with your dog. It's going to completely change how you understand dog behavior and how you train dogs. save 10% using code Jason, and I promise you, you will not regret it. This course will absolutely change your life. Constantly babying your dog just over time leads to this weird relationship with your dog where they just want you all of the time. And that in turn can lead to resource guarding, where they're resource guarding you. So if I was like that with Bruce Wayne, a stranger comes up, he may lash out at the stranger because the stranger's taking away my love and attention from him, so he's resource guarding me, so he constantly gets that love and attention. It builds this extremely weird relationship. Bruce, you're so cute, I love you so much. You don't need to be constantly petting your dog just because they're next to you. Save that love, save that physical touch for when your dog earns it. It is so powerful in your training. It's such a great tool in your arsenal to be able to use that praise, that love, the power of touch to get your dog to respond to you. Bruce Wayne's sitting here right now. There's no need for me to be petting him, loving up on him. He's done nothing. But if he does something I like and shows respect, and then I love him, that's going to build in his head that, oh, if I'm respectful, if I listen to the commands, I'm going to follow my leader because I want this love. Highly urge you, do not baby your dog all the time. And a lot of times people don't even realize they're doing this. So if you're in a household with other people raising a Cane Corso, if you see your partner just constantly baby talking the dog, constantly loving up on the dog for no reason, remind them what they're doing and have them back off. I'm talking to Kara right now. The third thing that can lead to Cane Corso aggression is lack of socialization. If your Cane Corsos never left the four walls that they live in, how are they supposed to understand the world around them? You should be socializing your dog through puppyhood, especially those crucial 12 weeks, all through adulthood, through the rest of their life. If they never leave these four walls that they live in, how are they supposed to know what's good and what's bad? It's up to us to show them that 99% of the world out there is happy, it's friendly, giving them positive experiences. You can't just stop socialization as a puppy, because socialization is a skill. Just like me talking to the camera is a skill. If I don't pick up the camera and film a YouTube video for a while, my words are jumbled all over the place. I don't know what to say. It's very hard for me to socialize with you guys. And it's the same for dogs. Once you stop socializing them, they start to lose that skill. And not only is it good to help them remember how to stay socialized, it just brings them so much joy and happiness in their life. A Cane Corso is a guardian breed. If you're not socializing them, they are going to guard you from every single thing in the world if they've never seen it before. If you socialize your dog around as much as you can, get them to see as much as they can as they mature, they're going to be able to make better decisions in life if they haven't seen something before. For example, let's say they saw somebody walking that was crippled and they've never seen that. Well, they know what a human looks like. They know they've seen somebody of this size, so they can just decipher in their head, this person's not a threat. This is just a little bit different than what I've seen before. Do your part as a good dog leader and get them out in the world as much as you can. Number 4, not enough discipline can lead to your Cane Corso becoming aggressive. Most of our interactions with our dogs should be positive. But if you recall your dog and your dog doesn't come to you, you need to make it a point that what you say goes. So you get up, you grab your Cane Corso by the scruff, and you bring them back to the place you recalled them from. If you tell your Cane Corso to sit and it doesn't sit, you push on their butt and you tell them to sit. That's what I mean by discipline. By discipline, I don't mean physically hurt your dog or mentally hurt your dog. But what you say goes, and this really, really matters. You must always follow through on your commands. If you give your dog a command and it doesn't follow through, you have to follow through as a leader and tell them, no, this is not okay. I told you to do this. I'm not asking you. You're going to do it. The world became a very, very soft place. And I feel like people are scared to be judged if they discipline their dog. They're going to be judged that they're harming their dog. But in actuality, you are just instilling discipline in your dog. You're not doing anything to harm your dog. You're not hurting your dog. You're not making your dog mentally suffer. And the 5th thing that can lead to Cane Corso aggression isn't really aggression, but it's fear. A fearful dog is a dog that's going to bite. A fearful dog is a dog that's very unsure and it's going to be skittish, again, leading them to bite. Getting your dog out into the world and socializing them, as I just said, and working through those fear stages is going to cut this out altogether. Cane Corsos have a couple fear stages they go through as they grow up. Many dogs have fear stages. So it's up to you as your leader to guide them through those fear stages to help them along. That way they grow up to be well-mannered, well-tempered, and a stable dog. Want to see how I work with my Cane Corsos reactivity? I have a raw, uncut training video. Just click up here on the right to check that video out. Until next time, Bruce Wayne, Joey Justice, who's chilling inside, and myself will see you later. Peace.